Hello and good afternoon. Welcome all to the 18th edition of special webinar series on Catch the Rain campaign for effective ways of rainwater harvesting presented by National Water Mission, Ministry of Jal Shakti Government of India, supported by Namami Gange and organized by APEC News Network. This is the 18th edition of this weekly webinar happening every week with the district magistrates or the district representatives along with representation from the NGO sector who are working relentlessly for water management in this country. We have tried to cover length and breadth of India in terms of districts who are doing exemplary work in rainwater harvesting, groundwater management, be it rejuvenation of river or rejuvenation of water bodies, lakes, and everything. And today we have got three special guests with us. Of course, we have got the keynote speaker and the moderator for this session. Let me welcome G. Ashok Kumar, Additional Secretary and Mission Director, National Water Mission, Ministry of Jal Shakti Government of India. Thanks for joining us, G. Ashok Kumar. We'll be delivering the keynote address and also will be setting up the context of this weekly webinar and also will be moderating the session. Welcome, G. Ashok Kumar. We are joined by Dr. Saurav Gawarwar, Chief Development Officer, Pithoragarh, Uttarakhand. Thank you so much, Dr. Saurav, for joining us today. We will be joined by Pausavi Basu, District Magistrate, Vikarabad, Telangana, and also will be joined by Rajendra Bisad, Himalayan Gram Vikas Samiti, Uttarakhand. With this, let me hand over the session to G. Ashok Kumar, Additional Secretary and Mission Director, National Water Mission, Minister of Jal Shakti Government of India, to deliver the keynote address and set in the context of this webinar. But I think before that, we can play two short videos, which will also set the context of that. Can we have the video on screen, please?
लगता है आज बरखा रानी बहुत जम के बरसने वाली है। बरखा रानी जरा जम के बरसो, मेरा नाना 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 झूम के बरसो। वाह बाबा, आज तो बहुत खुश नजर आ रहे हो। बरखा जो आने वाली है पीकू। हाँ वो तो ठीक है बाबा, पर सोचा है कि बरखा रानी आएंगी तो विराजेंगी कहाँ।
ये क्या सवाल हुआ पीकू?
और क्या, बारिश का पानी जमा होगा खेतों में, हमारी गलियों में, और कहाँ।
हाँ बच्चों, यही तो परेशानी है।
है?
हाँ भाई, एक वक्त था जब बारिश के पानी से बावड़ियों, कुओं, तालाबों में पानी भरा रहता था। सिर्फ 4 महीने की बारिश से 12 महीने पानी का सुख मिलता था।
वो कैसे?
वो ऐसे छोटी कि बारिश का पानी धरती में जाकर कुओं, तालाबों और बावड़ियों में पानी का स्तर बनाए रखता है।
यानी बारिश के पानी से भूजल रिचार्ज हो जाता है।
हाँ, अच्छा बताओ तो ट्यूबवेल में पानी कहाँ से आता है?
भूजल से।
और भूमि में जल कहाँ से आता है?
बारिश से।
बिल्कुल सही बोला छोटी।
पर अब तो पीकू बावड़ियों, कुओं, तालाबों पर सिर्फ कूड़ा कचरा ही दिखाई देता है।
अरे रोती क्यों हो छोटी, कोई जुगत करते हैं।
आइडिया, सब मिलकर बावड़ियों, कुओं और तालाबों को साफ करें।
हाँ, जिससे बारिश का पानी हमारे सूखे पड़े कुएं, तालाबों, बावड़ियों और अन्य पानी के स्रोतों को फिर से पानी से भर दे। तो याद रखें,
Catch the rain where it falls, when it falls. Catch the rain where it falls, when it falls.
अरे क्या हुआ, किन ख्यालों में डूबी हो रिकू?
अरे पीकू, तुम सोच रही थी बारिश का मौसम आने वाला है और उसके आते ही मुसीबतें ही मुसीबतें।
अरे मॉनसून आते हैं तो खुशियां आती हैं, और तुम कह रही हो मुसीबतें ही मुसीबतें।
बोलो तो, जगह जगह पानी कब जमा होता है?
मॉनसून में।
ट्रैफिक जैम कब होता है?
मॉनसून में।
घरों के आगे गले गले तक पानी कब भर जाता है?
मॉनसून में।
तो बोलो, अब मॉनसून को मुसीबत ना बोलूं तो क्या बोलूं?
पर रिकू, कभी सोचा है कि पानी का जो घर है वो वहां ना जाकर तुम्हारे गली मोहल्लों या सड़कों पर क्यों आ जाता है?
पानी का घर? समझी नहीं।
अरे पानी का घर यानी बावड़ियां, तालाब, कुएं जो आज शहरों में लगभग खत्म ही हो चुके हैं।
अरे शहरों में कहाँ होते हैं तालाब, बावड़ियां, कुएं?
अरे होते हैं रिकू, पर सब इन बड़ी बड़ी इमारतें बन जाने के कारण कहीं दब के रह गए और जो बचे खुचे हैं वो गंदे हो गए। पेड़ और जंगल भी खत्म हो गए जो बारिश का पानी और भूमिगत जल का स्तर बढ़ाने में मदद करते थे।
सो सैड। पर अब कुछ नहीं हो सकता क्या?
हो तो सकता है, तो ध्यान से सुनो। पहला, जब बारिश आए तो उसके पानी को छत या किसी टैंक में स्टोर करने की कोशिश करें। जैसे यहाँ इन टैंकों में वर्षा का पानी इकट्ठा हो रहा है और धरती के अंदर भी जा रहा है। देखो इस तरह से।
वाह, ये तो बहुत अच्छा हो रहा है। और दूसरा?
दूसरा, जो तालाब, बावड़ियां और कुएं बचे हुए हैं उन्हें साफ करके इस्तेमाल के लायक बनाएं।
और
पेड़ लगाएं और ये मंत्र कभी ना भूलें।
हाँ, सभी को बताएं भी, अपनाएं भी।
Catch the rain where it falls when it falls. Catch the rain where it falls when it falls.
That was the video presented by National Water Mission for the importance of Catch the Rain campaign for rainwater harvesting and why it is a need of the hour and why the awareness need to be created for that. And we're also joined by Pausami Basu, District Magistrate, Vikarabad, Telangana. Thanks for joining us, Pausami Basu.
Yeah, hello, good afternoon. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, you're audible. You're audible. Yeah, yeah.
Am I audible?
With this, let me hand over the
I was
session
having
to
some
CS
small
of
issue in connecting.
Additional Secretary, Mission Director, National Water Mission, Minister of Jal, the Government of India, to deliver the keynote address and set the context for this webinar. Over to you, Suji Ashok.
Good afternoon, everybody. Nice to see all of you, Pasami. And I am also from Yakada, but we hardly had met. I think a couple of times only we have met anyway, okay, since I have been always in Delhi anyway. Okay. Saurabh, okay. Nice.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Very good, warm welcome to you. Saturday, generally we have this program with dialogues with DM. We normally have about 4 or 5 collectors and one NGO generally presenting their works. So I'll just take 5-6 minutes to tell about the Catch the Rain campaign. I don't know whether you have received some of the letters which we had sent. So Catch the Rain campaign is basically a campaign which is to nudge the stakeholders and the state governments to take appropriate actions to develop water harvesting structures appropriate to the climatic conditions as well as for the geographical conditions with active participation of the people before the onset of monsoon. That is all the Catch the Rain campaign. So it involves setting up of rainwater harvesting structures in the building rooftops, or even deepening of the ponds, which in Telangana we do as part of the Mission Kakatiya anyway. Earlier we used to do as a part of the Niru Miru program in 1990s and all these things, much before you joined the service. When we were collectors, we used to do that Niru Miru program. We also had tried to take steps to remove the encroachments on these water bodies. But before fixing up the encroachments, we say that you have to sort of check up the old revenue records, because many people have encroached upon all these water bodies. So the best way is to ensure is that the old revenue record ko check karke you fix the boundaries of the water bodies, And then because of the public pressure and the awareness which is now coming up in the people, there will be public pressure to get the encroachments removed. So temporary encroachments can be removed in the next 3-4 months, and the permanent encroachments like the buildings and all which have come up, we can take up using following the normal process of law. But at least then people will be aware that this is an encroachment which has come, and then this has to be removed or something like that. Public pressure will be there. So we are looking at taking up the old revival of old step wells or traditional bodies associated with temples. There are common property step wells, ponds in many of the districts. There are individual ponds. There are check dams being constructed and fell into disuse. So we are trying to say that you revive and keep the vessels ready. So normally what happens when the rain comes, we all run to save water, but then by the time we initiate action, the rain is gone. So the horses, it will be always a classic case of bolting the stables when the horses have gone away. So this time, to ensure that should not happen, we said that this campaign will start now from January to December, to January to April, May, so that the first phase of would be the awareness generation campaign, where we will get the people motivated, because this has to be a people's movement. Cannot be a typical sarkari function. Our Prime Minister also keeps on telling that it should be a Jal Andolan, should be a Jan Andolan. So to make that people's participation, we see that they have to be involved. So the first phase of the campaign is involving Nehru Yuva Kendra people. I'll come to that later, to create awareness, and then sabko bhagidari mein, you have to ensure that the rainwater harvesting structures have come up, and we are ready to catch the rain. This is very important, because normally हम क्या करते हैं, when बारिश आते है उसी समय हम इसके बारे में सोचते हैं करना क्या है. What we say that we should make appropriate steps to see that the rainwater harvesting structures are made, maintained, and repaired. If there are old structures which have gone to dilapidated condition, that has to be repaired, because most of the places you see, earlier building bylaws ensured that you should have rainwater harvesting structures to get the occupancy certificate. Particularly in cities and all, used to happen that unless you get have a rainwater harvesting structures, you don't get an occupancy certificate. उसके लिए ये एक छोटा सा बहाना बना के करके छोड़ देते हैं and get the certificate, उसके बाद वो भूल जाता है. So I have seen many places, 90% of the places, that these structures are out of use. Either kachra wachra jam ke usme band ho gaya, not a single drop of water goes through those pipes and gets stored in somewhere. तो हमको ये करना है कि we ensure that these rainwater harvesting structures which were already existing should be revived and maintained. नए buildings में you have to ensure that these rainwater harvesting structures are ensured. And all the government buildings, we start off with, because charity should begin at home, we should ensure that all the government buildings, particularly we look at what are the main government buildings available with us. Government offices to ho gayi, some of them may be in rented offices. Okay. Apart from that, most of the school buildings are now pakka buildings. So you should ensure that in the school buildings you have rainwater harvesting structure. That will be useful for many purposes. Even for midday meal program, it will be useful. In the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, many of the toilets have been constructed. For them also, this water availability would be of use. So rainwater harvesting structure should be made compulsory in all the school buildings, all the Anganwadi centers, all the PHCs and sub-centers and hospitals. These are the things where government has put a lot of money and focus on building pakka constructions. So those areas, you should ensure that the rainwater harvesting structures are ensured, and not a single drop of water goes out of your compound. So the idea of that is that if you have water stored in decentralized form, instead of all water going to one dam and then gets collected there and then pumped back to the fields in a channel, the idea is that हर आदमी के सामने, हर घर में, हर खेत में पानी को जमा रखना है, so that this entire water which goes collected to a place and brings lot of land under submergence can be avoided if you store water in your own compound. It's like a crowd saving. एक रुपए करके 100 लोग जमा करेंगे तो it will become 100 rupees. But if the 100 rupees is given to one person, 100 people can store this 1 rupee. It doesn't create any problem for him, so he can aram say store that 1 rupee in there. But then we also retain that 100 rupees. So that's the concept of crowd saving. The crowd saving is a very important concept in this Catch the Rain campaign. It also helps in avoiding and mitigating the floods. Urban flood की बात है. Urban flood हमेशा अभी in the last 10 years you see lot of areas, Hyderabad particularly, you have seen urban flooding. Urban flooding is because we have closed down all the traditional water storage places, concretize karke. You don't let the water sink. So this water all comes down and then goes to low-lying areas and creates havoc and flood. So the one side effect of this Catch the Rain campaign is that we will be able to mitigate flood in this area. So these are twin advantages. One is the mitigation of the floods, and second is increasing the water table, increasing the water, soil moisture, and also reducing the requirement of pumping from the bore wells. Because if you have water table at higher level, you may not require so much of power to pump this water from the places. Second very important thing is we find that in many of the places, surface irrigation has been replaced by bore irrigation, and almost all the fields we have bores which pumps water from the underground. But जितना पानी हम निकालते हैं उसका आधा भी हम वापस स्टोर नहीं करते हैं. ऐसे करेंगे तो क्या होता है कि 5-6 साल 10 साल के बाद पानी पूरा खत्म हो जाएंगे. And see, it's this classic example. If you are getting only 1,000 rupees income and you spend 1,500 rupees every month, तो एक ना एक दिन वो खत्म ही होना है, because the additional 500 rupees you will draw from either the previous storage balances which your parents have left to you, or some other money you have. But after some time that also will slow unless you put back almost equivalent or more money than you have with you. So ये पानी का भी ऐसा situation है. If you draw more water, एक ना एक दिन वो खत्म ही हो जाएंगे, फिर पीने के लिए पानी की समस्या हो जाता है. Most of the areas I find that when we were district magistrates, we didn't have so much of drinking water problem, but now every district you have drinking water problem. Summer में tankers की ये शुरू हो जाता है, and that is a big mafia now. So our idea is that if you can do rainwater harvesting structures and catch all the rain, because if I give you 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of one molecule of oxygen, you may not be able to water. So water cannot be produced. Other things like electricity and all can be produced by solar and other sources of production is available. But water is one thing which we cannot produce. It has to come from rain sources, and most of our sources are only rain, because some parts of India have snow and springs, but in all your areas it is generally rainwater only. Rain ko पकड़ के we have to store it. For that we try to use it in the summer day. So ऐसे करेंगे तो we may also try to achieve what is called as a tanker mukt Bharat. We may not require tankers in the country. So that is one thing which we are looking at it. Anyway, I will not take much time. So my request to all of you is, one, we have started a campaign with the help of Nehru Yuva Kendra. I don't know whether any Nehru Yuva Kendra people have met you. We had started a campaign on December 21st with the help of Nehru Yuva Kendra. Every Nehru Yuva Kendra has been told to approach you and then make a team in the district to make awareness in the district. So I also had sent 3 letters to all the collectors. आपके पास मिला होंगे, नहीं तो you please check up in your email. Somewhere in December 11th also I had sent an email. Earlier I had sent in October and also in May last year when we preparing this Catch the Rain campaign. Our minister had also returned to all the chief ministers. Our secretary had returned to the chief secretaries about this Catch the Rain, and yesterday also I wrote out to your principal secretary Rajat ko मैंने अभी letter लिखा है, principal secretary in the water resources ministry department in Telangana, and also in UP also we had sent to the principal secretary water resources to ensure that all of you join together in the next 3 months to see that rainwater is harvested. Vikarabad is a place where there's a lot of water problems, I know. So you should actually try to whatever small little rain you have, you should try to store it and see that tankers are not required in summer. That's the only way you people, one of the ways will people remember you. Many times people will remember you because of the small interventions you make, and water is one crucial intervention which the people require and will remember you for. So this all I would say. I'll come back to you when after your talks. But my request to all of you is to get water as a priority for you for the next 3 months, and ensure that rainwater harvesting structures are made and we catch every drop of water that falls in your area. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ashok Kumar, Additional Secretary, Mission Director, National Water Mission, Minister of Jal Shakti, Government of India, for not only setting the context for this webinar and why this webinar has been organized for last 17 or more than those weeks. This is the 18th edition, in which I think, Ashok sir, we have covered more than 50 districts almost, and also representation from various NGOs working in the water sector. So without taking much time, I'll request you, Ashok Kumar, to start the session, and you can invite speakers accordingly. If you can unmute yourself.
Saurabh, you can have your, if you have some presentation, please tell us what have you done and what you are planning to do. We'll be very happy to help you in your endeavor to save water.
G. Ashok, a small request. I think Pausami has a meeting after this, so we can start with it.
Pausami can take it up. Okay, I didn't want her to Pausami because I thought she should not say that I am supporting my own cadre. So if Saurabh is fine. Okay, with Saurabh's permission, I'll ask Pausami to take it up. But I know we have been doing a lot of work in Telangana. Mission Kakatiya is one great job, but then Mission Bhagirath is also there. Mission Bhagirath will be only successful if there's water. Otherwise, tap se hawa aayenge. So please ensure that water comes to the tap, and for that you should have a source sustenance. Okay, go ahead, Pausami.
Good afternoon, sir. I'd like to thank the Additional Secretary, Sir Ashok Kumar, sir, for giving me this opportunity. And I also would like to thank Saurabh that I'm cutting the queue, and thank you so much. Good afternoon to the other panelists, Rajendra Singh Bishji and Saurabh, and of course, Soubik. I have a small presentation, so I'll just give me a moment to just share it. And
Pausami, you should ensure that tankers tankers happen in your place, Vikarabad?
Sir, sorry, sir.
Summer mein you have tankers running. You don't have tankers in your place?
Not really, sir. Very few habitations, sir. Otherwise, not really, sir.
So, but with that few habitations also, she ensure that no tankers. You should stop this tanker business. Take care. Thank you.
Yes, sir. So, with your permission, sir, can I begin, sir?
Go ahead. Take it.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, as you rightly said, in taking the discussion forward from what you have said, sir, definitely, undoubtedly, the importance of water and catching it in the right time before the monsoons is definitely a priority. And as you rightly said, sir, Vikarabad district, for the other panelists and other listeners, Vikarabad district is very close to Hyderabad, a very beautiful district, just about 70 kilometers from Hyderabad. And it's a very quick getaway for the IT crowd, for the tourists. It's a nice tourist destination. As can seen from the map, which is of course not very clear, but there is on the northern and the eastern part, there is a green patch. That's the Anantagiri Hills, the pristine hills of Anantagiri, which is a beautiful tourist destination. The rest of the district, if it can be seen, is basically a basin, a runoff basin, mostly for Krishna and Bhima River. And on my western border is the Karnataka, state of Karnataka. So the district, of course, being close to Hyderabad, yet its population, about 10 lakhs population, we have about 87% of the population being rural, based on the agrarian economy primarily. A variety of crops are here, sir, and other variety of crops. Red gram is very popular Tandoor red gram, the pulses, is extremely popular over here. Vegetables being extremely close to Hyderabad, vegetables, fruits, millets, these are all grown over here. We have a very rich soil profile. About 60 to 70% of the soil here is black soil, the black cotton soil as we call it. And the rest is also red soil and laterite soil, where vegetables are grown extremely well. The productivity and the yields of these soils are also extremely well. But as you've rightly said the context, sir, just to take it forward, Telangana government has been investing very, very significantly in massive irrigation projects. And in the last couple of years, the irrigation potential has grown absolutely fantastically. And Vikarabad is a district which is yet to receive the benefits. Very shortly, we'll also have the irrigation sources. For as of now, the onus basically lies on an extremely efficient soil and water management practices. To set the context of today's discussion, it is basically the water and soil management practices in Vikarabad. That it's a new district. It's formed in 2016, and in the last 4 years, what has been the strategy of the district? How has it come forward? And especially being agrarian and rural district, the strategies that we have undertaken. The district essentially needs to improve its agricultural productivity based on efficient soil and water management. Though there is an absence of any major water bodies, we've focused primarily on the soil and water conservation works. About 81% of the MNRG, the NREGS works has been based on soil and water conservation assets. Apart from that, as you're all aware, the government of Telangana has undertaken a massive program of afforestation called the Telangana Ki Haritaharam, which basically, we are in the 6th phase of it. So this basically means growing our own nurseries and afforestation and ensuring its survival. A massive drive on afforestation has taken place. So for developing a catchment area, for developing a watershed in the right sense, afforestation is one of the key elements. And the government of Telangana has been persistently in the last couple of years working very seriously on afforestation. In the district of Vikarabad alone, we have planted about 158 lakh plants, and about 86% of it sees survival. As far as the freshwater availability is concerned in the households, which of course is also a concern because Vikarabad lies in a little bit of a semi-arid sort of an area. Recycling of the water, reuse of the water is very critical. So the focus has been on soak pits, the individual assets of water recycling. Sir, you have spoken about urban, the water harvesting, the rainwater harvesting structures and the like. I'm going to mostly focus on the rural part, sir. I'll of course also submit a little bit of a remarks on the urban part, but mostly my presentation is on the rural part of the Vikarabad. So the magic soak pits, we've already covered about 18% of the households which already have magic soak pits. These are nothing but soak pits, individual soak pits, which the grey water as well as the grey water is completely reused in these magic soak pits. It's a perfect method of rejuvenation, perfect method of not only for sanitation, but also for, it's a sort of a water harvesting mechanism. Institutionalizing this, the water conservation, afforestation and sanitation, this has been excellently institutionalized in the state of Telangana with the new Telangana Panchayati Raj Act of 2018. This act was enacted wherein it gives specific powers and responsibilities to the local bodies. As you rightly said, sir, it's this entire program of Catch the Rain or water conservation can only be successful if we have people's participation, if it's through a participatory approach. The Telangana Panchayati Raj Act actually envisages that, institutionalizes that. There are specific sections in the Act which gives a lot of powers and responsibility to the local bodies, to the sarpanches, upasarpanches, to the village level committees, to the village level functionaries as well, wherein this is a mandate for them to conserve water. It's a mandate for them to ensure sanitation. It is a mandate for them to have clean drinking water and ensure survival of the plantations. High-intensity special programs have also been planned. These have been some crash war-footing programs like Palle Pragati or Pattana Pragati. The word Palle means village and Pragati is development. So these have been some intensive programs taken up in the last year, wherein there has been a specific focus on sanitation and water management. As you're all aware, community-based organizations are extremely strong, are extremely dynamic and very vibrant in the southern states. So is it in Telangana, so is it in Vikarabad. About 13,000 odd groups are there. These women are extremely good agents to propagate water harvesting structures, propagate water management practices and soil management practices. The afforestation drive, sir, I'd like to spend a moment on this. The Telangana Harataharam, the mandate of the government was to increase the forest cover from about 24% to 33%. Now, the types of plantations that we take up in the district, as you can see on the, there is a list of about 8 kind of plantations. I'd like to bring everybody's notice to Palle Prakriti Vanam in the serial number 7. The Palle Prakriti Vanam is a mandate wherein every Gram Panchayat is supposed to have, every Gram Panchayat is supposed to have an afforestation patch, a patch where at least a minimum of 2,000 plants are to be planted, wherein the nursery has to be grown in the GP itself. So every GP, in Vikarabad, we have 566 Gram Panchayats. So every Gram Panchayat is supposed to have, identify and establish Palle Prakriti Vanam. This is an afforestation patch in every GP. So it's a first catchment site for rainwater in all the GPs. Apart from that, there are community plantations, institutional plantations, and bund plantations. Again, I would like to bring the attention of the listeners and the panelists here to bund plantations, wherein every individual farmer, we encourage them to have bund plantations. So this is also a method of catchment and also soil management. Because as I started with saying that Vikarabad is primarily a runoff-prone district, a drainage-prone district. It has sheet rocks of granites in very many areas. So runoff is a very common issue that needs to be addressed. So bund plantations, roadside plantations, all these plantations are, the agenda is to ensure that these soil and water management practices are taken up. These are a few snippets, as you can see, in the district of Vikarabad, and these are the actual photographs wherein we have the village parks being established by the sarpanchas. They take the ownership. The first photo here is of a nursery. Every Gram Panchayat in the district, so in the state, has these nurseries. They're supposed to grow our own plants, and also with the demand of the people, whatever they need, what kind of plants are well suited for the village, well suited for the households, those are grown in these nurseries and then planted. Since 2016, because Vikarabad is a new district, definitely the water and soil management practices have yielded some results. I would not, of course, say that the results are completely because of the soil and water management practices, but definitely it is one of the reasons. The net zone area has grown from about 4.3 lakh acres to about 6 lakh acres. Of course, there are very many other reasons like government policies, the rainfalls, which of course would affect these numbers. But the soil and water management practices are definitely one of the very key elements for increasing this. About 40% cultivable area has increased. Apart from that, the groundwater table, as you rightly said, sir, has also immensely improved. There has been about 20% enhancement in the groundwater table. In April 2016, when a borewell was dug, the water table was about 20 meters below the ground level. In 2020, it is 16.42 meters below the ground level. So there has been a significant improvement in the aquifers. And as you rightly said, sir, the digging cost, the generation cost of the electricity is all saved because of this attempt. Coming to the soak pits, these are small individual household assets which go a very long way in the rural area, work like a water harvesting structure. The grey water, it's got twin benefits. The benefits of sanitation, there is visibly also the village is clean. Visibly also there is no mud pools or water pools, so sanitation visibly is there, as well as it works like a water harvesting structure. We have 18% of our households already covered, and the effort is still going on. And we attempt to complete in most of the households where it can be constructed. We attempt to bring this about. Vikarabad has sheet rocks, so many of the places these structures cannot be constructed. Apart from that, we are attempting that in all the households, we'll at least in the rural households, we'll have this structure made. The Panchayati Raj Act, which I've already stated, a few more salient features I'd like to highlight here, sir, is that not only it's not only a clause in the Act which ensures social forestry, sanitation, water management, and soil management. It also is an enabling clause. 10% of the total budget of the Gram Panchayat is allocated as green fund. This is essentially for natural resource conservation. In our district, it comes to about 12 crore in a year, which can be utilized by each of the Gram Panchayat to focus and develop on solid and on the water management practices, on solid waste and liquid waste management practices, on sanitation, and on natural resource conservations. The Palla Prakriti program has been an intensive two-phase program. About 40 days this program was conducted, wherein we've identified, you can see a few photographs here, the before and after photographs we've tried to capture. Definitely the focus is on participatory approach for sanitation. Along with sanitation, a participatory approach to achieve better soil and better water management practices. So nursery growing, identifying the vulnerable points where water stagnation happens, identification of the water stagnation points and removing them has been a focus on this Palla Pragati program. And significant amount of budget has also been pushed in. This is followed up regularly at the district level, at the mandal level, at the state level as well. The community-based organizations, definitely, I'm sure everybody is well aware of it. We use these forums for inculcating the awareness. This is the demand side of the sanitation and water management practices. There are SHG meetings. The SHG groups have 2 meetings in a month. The first meeting, as you're all aware, is mostly about loans and the repayments and things like that, and about livelihood. But the second meeting is focused on developing awareness on various quality of living issues. It could be on mother and child health. It could be on water management practices, on soil management practices. So we'll definitely take these meetings forward to use this as a Catch the Rain campaign as well, because these forums, about 80% of the women who are in the age to be members of these groups, about 80% of the households, of the rural households, are already a member of these groups. So these can form excellent forums for awareness. These can be the forums where Catch the Rain campaign, where awareness about the pre-monsoon activities can definitely be utilized. And we assure you, sir, we'll definitely take it up in a more structured manner. Nawabpet is a small village, close to Hyderabad again. Got just about 330 families, very poor families, and dependent on primarily agriculture. Initially, borewell digging has been a problem. Recently, we could, using NREGS, using various other state government and central government schemes, these are the very many assets that has been developed. Community assets as well as individual assets. And we've been able to bring about 418 acres of this particular village under cultivation of high value crops, which is high value fruits, high value vegetables, and market being very close to the farmers have extremely benefited. These are actual photographs of percolation tanks, of farm ponds, and of staggered trenches that have been taken up. This has got a little bit of those hills. So staggered trenches have also been taken up. There are many case studies, of course, in the district, but before I conclude, what I would like to conclude this discussion with is the water management and soil management in the district. We are taking it up in a holistic manner, meaning that first, the focus is on soil and water management, wherein we enable the farmers, enable the people to have a better access to water, have better access to good, healthy soil, grow high value crops, and then push in more of inputs in terms of training, in terms of credit. We ensure that the families where farm ponds have been sanctioned and grounded, those are the families where bank linkage are also provided. Those are the families where other assets like vegetable pandals, I can show it in the next slide, wherein it's a particular farmer called Elakonda David. He's from Doma Mandal. This David, he has had farm ponds as his water management structure. Along with that, he's got sanctioned a drying platform. He has a nadab compost. He also has a vegetable pandals where he's growing vegetables, the cattle shed. So it's an end-to-end holistic effort that we are putting in, so that the farmers can actually think, the individuals can actually think of coming out and having a better quality of life. So it's a holistic approach that we are taking in the district, in which GPs are taken as a unit, wherein all kind of inputs in terms of soil health, water management practices, and livelihood support are given, and ensured that a better quality and a better standard of living takes place for these people. And this is my presentation. And to conclude, sir, I'd like to definitely say that most of your points that you've stated have been noted. Regarding the urban development, I'd just like to say that, again, in Telangana, the new Municipal Act has put rainwater harvesting structures as a mandate for all building permissions. And if you've rightly said, sir, that many of the times it's just done for the sake of doing, and it is not revived, it is not utilized in the correct manner. We'll use the community-based organizations to ensure that these are revived and these are functional. We'll ensure that, especially now that this is a pre-monsoon phase and a gap that we have got. Vikarabad district, you're aware of it, sir. Vikarabad district definitely needs many of these programs to be taken up more seriously in a more structured manner. Sir, with the support of the government, we are doing as much as we are doing. We're taking up all the important programs in a structured and systematic manner. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pausami. Very nice. You are done. You are doing a wonderful job. I think. Did you succeed, Divya, there?
Yes, sir. After Divya, there were two other collectors. Sir.
Divya, oh, yeah. Fine. Qureshi was there. I think that. Who was there after Divya?
Jaleel, and then Aisha was there, sir. After Aisha, I've joined. So it's been a year here, sir.
So this is a very challenging district, Vikarabad. Even though it is closer to Hyderabad, it is probably one of the very poorly developed place, I would say. It's one of the so I think that your presence would be also make a lot of difference. So a couple of points I just to add. Now, this women's self-help group is probably one of the biggest strengths of Andhra Pradesh and elsewhere Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Both Asha Banata, when women self-help groups actually went down to the basically meant for savings only. That was became main focus of it. But if I just let me tell you the old thing which I was in Nizamabad in 2000 as collector. We focused on this women's self group more on other activities than savings. So I remember we had I don't know whether you are aware, we did about 1.5 lakh Pakka toilets in Nizamabad in 2000. In 2000 we did about 1.5 lakh Pakka toilets, all to the with this women's self help groups, because unko motivate karke usse pehle what we did is we did the 1,000 schools, we had toilets, Pakka schools we did in Nizamabad. Based on that, we made this into the movement for making the toilets. And also habitation-wise drinking water committees were formed, as what you said in the Panchayat Raj Act. We had formed this a habitation-wise drinking water committees in all the habitations, just to ensure that the water body is clean. We only said that they don't get into all these hisab kisab and all these things. They ensure that the source of water is clean and no buffalo is washed there, and no water. The important thing is no water overflows from the overhead tank. Normally, the water always has to flow outside and becomes very dirty underneath the water tank. So all I ensured was two things. One, these self-help groups will ensure that no water overflow. That means they switch off the motor when the water is full. Second, they will also see that the tanks are clean on the specified dates. You normally
Yes,
write
sir.
the date next cleaning, but normally hota nahi hai. So this I said that you ensure that on that particular day which is written on that body, you sit on Sarpanch's head and see that the water is clean. And with this habitation committees and the 1.5 lakh toilets, Pakka toilets, which we built in Nizamabad in 2000, my diarrhea cases came down from 5,500 or something to about 157. So it's an
Yes, sir.
amazing experiment. I mean, talking about Swachh Bharat came in 2014, but I'm talking about 2000, about 15 years back. Now, 20 years from now. So that is one thing. So you have this wonderful women's organization, and they will listen to you if you talk to them. If they have trust in you, they will definitely make the this movement
Yes,
very
sir.
successful. Second point I would like to say is in Vikarapad, being closer to Hyderabad has a tremendous potential, as you rightly said, for growing vegetables. So let us not encourage those farmers to go for paddy. So we have in
Yes,
National
sir.
Water Mission also started a campaign called Sahi Fasal, which was there. We started and been going for quite some time. It's called Sahi Fasal. Sahi Fasal ka matlab hai ki what crop is suited for that area, it should grow. Not that because some Punjab fellow is growing paddy, I will grow paddy, or from Telangana, some coastal Andhra fellow is growing paddy, I will grow paddy. It's not that. You should, depending upon your availability of water, depending upon your soil condition, आपका अपना cultivation select करना है. And being close to Hyderabad, there's a tremendous potential to grow vegetables. So please
Yes.
ensure that vegetable is gone and discourage paddy growing. That's what I'm trying to say. Because later on, ये तो बाद में like भस्मासुर जैसे वापस आ जाएंगे. It will be very difficult to get things. So I remember in 2019, we had a meeting with about 1,000 farmers in Punjab, telling the same thing, that you should divert the crops, you should not stop paddy, you should not, because your water table has gone down so deeply, and you should stop paddy करके उस समय MSP के बारे में बताया था. 2019 November 14, all the farmers agreed. Now अभी आके बैठा धरने में बैठा है. That's it. So it's like a basmasur. You once say it's some politics come in, it's all difficult. But when one-to-one farmers, they agreed that this is the not the right thing for Punjab. Anyway, that's a second. Second and third, another point is, when in farmers, you should tell them it is not more crop per drop. It should be more income per drop, because that we always tell about more crop per drop. More crop per matlab means if you had yesterday 10 basta of paddy from an acre of land, I want 15 basta of paddy. That's not the thing. I am keen on getting more income since the monetized economy, it should be more income per drop. That should be the motto. So let them go for, as you rightly said, high value crops, and they get more income out of it, not more paddy out of it or more some soybean out of it. But if you can get the people convinced, again, I'm telling from my personal example, because I'm talking from experience, so that हवा में नहीं बात कर रहे. Hyderabad, when in 1995, when I was a POITD in Udnur, we changed 1,000 acres from cotton to soybean. That is, Collector Mr. Kumar was there. I was a POITD, and POITD has a lot of funds, untied funds at that time. Lot of
Yes,
money
sir.
was, means if I was forced to go for soybean at that time. We converted about 5,000 acres from cotton to soybean, and today in Adilabad, nearly 3.6 lakh hectares are in soybean.
Yes, sir.
This was a major initiative which we took it up, and sometimes it clicks, and you will be so happy that after 10 years or 20 years, now I'm for almost 30
Yes,
years,
sir.
25 years, looking back and see that how the transformation has come there. So that you should not let them go to paddy, because getting them back from paddy will be very difficult. And the last point is, you have said it is a runoff area. That's in the it's a rocky area, so water will run off fast. It will not sink. So the Castellan campaign says you for creating appropriate rainwater harvesting structures suitable to the soil area and climatic conditions. Why
Right.
climatic conditions? In Ladakh, we had Sonam Wangchuk coming and telling about making ice stupas. That will not be possible in Vikarabad. These structures which are suitable in alluvial soil area will not be suitable for you. So you should have appropriate rainwater harvesting
Yes, sir.
structures and in that area. For that, now that's why I'm coming to it. We are planning to have requesting the collectors to open rain centers or Jal Shakti Kendra. This basically Jal Shakti Kendra is a concept which will it will be a water knowledge center. I had sent it. I don't know whether did you see any of our emails I had sent?
Yes, so this email, Jal Shakti Kendra email I've received, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay. The idea is you are not looking for a brick and mortar structure and computer room and AC room and printer and all these things. All I am asking is sir a mobile phone number. आपका कहीं से भी address एक mobile phone number दे दीजिए, publicity कर दीजिएगा, and that person who's having the mobile phone, we will give them training. Or if you can give training, you give training. Others, we will give training to tell them how to make rainwater harvesting structures suitable for Vikarabad. That's one. Second, what would be the estimate? See, this is like COVID. Everybody talks about rainwater harvesting structures. किसी को पता नहीं है क्या है. Everybody talks rainwater harvesting structure बनाओ, rainwater harvesting बनाओ. You ask them to make one, you don't know. So we should have a person technically qualified who can guide them and help them in making the rainwater harvesting structures suitable for area. Second, this person can later on be a champion, a water agent for talking about appropriate sprinkler irrigation or drip irrigation or selection of crops which are suitable for area. So it's basically a knowledge center for water. So Jal Shakti Kendra would be a knowledge center of water which will disseminate information on saving water, conserving water, and also guide people on how to save or reduce use of water. Okay, that's what. Please keep it up that. And last point is the Nehru Yuva Kendra fellows. I don't know, have they met you? Any of the Nehru Yuva Kendra fellows?
No, sir.
Okay.
They
Do you have Nehru Yuva Kendra here in your district?
No, sir.
But that will be in the major district. Rangareddy mein hoga.
Erstwhile districts. Yes, sir.
So we have started this campaign with with the Nehru Yuva Kendra to do this awareness campaign. So please check up our website. It's nwm.gov.in. Lot of information materials are available. IEC materials are available. So you please involve your youth clubs and all these years to spread the message of awareness of the Catch the Rain campaign. Have a look at it our website nwm.gov.in. Okay, and there's a panel called Catch the Rain. You will have a look at it. You get a lot of information on that. Okay, thanks a lot, Pausami. All the best, and hope that you get a wonderful name in this district. And heard about you and are doing a good job. Please continue your good job. Okay. And I wish you that you will be one of the top person catching the rain.
Sir, no. Sir, just to submit on the 4 points that you have stated, sir. Sir, regarding SHGs, you're right, sir, that it has huge potential. So before coming to this district, I was a CEO SERP, sir, for about 3 years. So I've seen the potential of these women and what they can do, and that is why we started something called Dvitiya, which is the second SHG meeting. Otherwise, the first meeting has been primarily on only what is the loan amount given and what is the repayment. So the second meeting is basically a little.
I had started as a separate group of some 5 members of scheduled castes and all these things on habitation committee, because that was not the work of the SHG at that time. Right, you have done it very nicely. Good. Thank you.
So hopefully, as you understand, sir, these are again not visible outcomes of these meetings. So we're attempting to institutionalize these bring in a structure in them, so that as not only Catch the Rain, but other follow-up developmental programs can definitely be done through these SHGs. Second thing, sir, is about vegetables, sir. Sir, Vikarabad district, sir, we have been focusing on farmer producer organizations, sir. These are women farmers made and run, managed farmer producer organizations, sir. There is one in Mominpet Mandal, which is very close to Hyderabad. It has about 1,000 odd farmers, women farmers, small and marginal farmers, focusing on vegetables alone. They have something called a farmer service kendra. They guide the farmers to grow vegetables and also work as a buyback mechanism. So we procure vegetables, and very shortly they have actually given credit mein seeds for aloo, potato, and now they're going to buy back the potato and then they're going to sell and all. So this entire mechanism of adding value to a crop, which will encourage other farmers to grow a high value crop, is being attempted in the district, sir, through very many farmer producer organizations. And the government also, sir, you must be aware, sir, there's a platform called Raitu Vedika that has been started. Raitu for the benefit of
I know.
Vedika is a platform. So these are a cluster of villages where one Raitu Vedika is constructed. It's a brick and mortar building, sir, wherein it is manned by a person called an agriculture extension officer. This agricultural extension officer is trained and equipped to be there full time to be of assistance to the farmers. Their job essentially is to guide them in terms of production planning, in terms of soil health, in terms of water management. So in my presentation also, sir, what I have been trying to say, sir, we get a lot of support from the government because it's a structured thing. First, we have an institutionalized act for urban and for rural areas. Ki water management, soil management, karo. Then it is enabled by a budgetary
Yeah, fine.
provision.
Take it.
Then it is a participatory approach, and then afforestation. Sir, Haritaharam, afforestation, water conservation, Mission Kakatiya, Mission Bhagirath, irrigation projects. So water has been a very, very important and a focused primary agenda. So this campaign of Catch the Rain would definitely add to the existing support systems. It will add more importance, more focus, and we can add more structure to this thing, sir. So
Please
I've noted
send your
that
presentations and all. Or put some Catch the Rain and all these things. You can use Catch the Rain also in your background of some of the programs and send to us, because we can
Yes.
also tell about the various activities being done in various parts of the country. It is
Sure,
only, I told you, we are only trying to bring one banner for the entire country. It's all, every state
Understand.
has own initiatives. So type,
Yes,
will also
sir.
be part of it. It will be helpful if you can send us some photographs and all these things. Visit our
Sure,
website.
So
and
there are good awareness drives, sir. There are photographs, sir. I hadn't put it in the presentation,
Solid,
sir.
solid,
And
solid.
definitely.
Thank you, Basma.
Thank you.
So, Swami, can we go to Saurabh?
Good evening, sir.
Yes.
Saurabh, बताइए.
Sir, I will just share it, sir. Presentation, sir.
Basma, you have been to Nizamabad or sometime? Anytime?
No, sir. No, sir.
No. It's a check.
Yes, sir. Now that I've heard, sir, I get an opportunity. Definitely, sir. Definitely.
There's a good Ashok Sagar also there. There's
Yes,
a big name. Yeah, visit there. It's a good place.
Yes, sir. So Vikarabad is a beautiful district, sir. You should
I know.
visit sometime.
I know. I visit. I was MD of the water board and all. I was vice chairman Huda and all. Long back. So just before you joined.
Okay.
Yes.
Just a small request to Dr. Saurav that we are playing the presentation from here. So if you can just keep on saying next, so that we can keep on changing the slides according to your presentation.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am. And all the distinguished panelists. I would like to bring in your attention all the water conservation activities which have been taken in the Pithoragarh district of the state of Uttarakhand. And these activities were taken in the last 2 years. And the majority of these activities were undertaken in the Manrega. As you all know, Pithoragarh is the northeasternmost hilly district in the Uttarakhand state with an area of approximately 7,000 kilometers square, encompassing in itself approximately 1/4 of the area is snow-capped, and approximately 2,000 area is under the forest cover. Most of the regions are having a perennial water in the form of sources, action wells, etc. But there are other major locations facing a severe water deficit. And this water deficit is for both the drinking and the irrigation water, especially the Gangoli Hat, Munakot, and the Bind blocks. Hence, a targeted approach was undertaken in these 3 blocks, which were facing a conundrum of issues such as drinking water shortage, or let's say a drying of the water resources, difficulty in creation, construction of the overcharging of the water reservoirs. And this was resulting in hampered agricultural activities and the livelihood. Being a hilly district, adoption of the water conservation activities was a challenging task, along with management of the logistics. As being a, you can say, a hilly area, it was difficult to transport all the materials and the building parts to those locations. So we intervened in a phased manner. Next, please. I'm not shared it.
mic. Dr. Saurav, can you unmute your mic?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
There's some network issues there. So in the phase manner, we first of all took upon the identification and the selection of those villages which were facing a severe water deficit, and especially these were in the three blocks, that the Gangolihat, Munakot, and the Bind block. And then following triage, we collaborated with the USAC and the Himalayan Gran Vikas Samiti. Mr. Bist is here in our panelist, and he provided us with the technical support regarding the GIS source mapping and all. Then at the district level, we provided training and leading to capacity building of 15 resource persons. They were made under the master trainers, and these master trainers were providing training to all those workers who were involved there in the creation of these resources. Then a total of approximately 13,141 works, such as construction of reservoirs, farm ponds, check dams, roof water harvesting, and rejuvenation of water resources were undertaken in a period of 2 years, from 2018 to 2021, just going on as well. And these resulted in a creation of a water storage capacity of 700 lakh liters. An amount of rupees 9 crores 34 lakhs was utilized for these activities, and under the participatory approach, 3.30 lakh man days of 11,920 workers were utilized under NREGA for these activities. Next, please. This is a short summary. A total of 13,141 works were undertaken, and this resulted in building a storage capacity of 700 lakh liters. As I told, approximately 934 lakhs have been spent on this, and still projects of approximately 4 crores 90 lakhs are in progress last and this year. And wage and employment was provided to these 11,920 workers. I'm going to showcase few of the major projects which have been undertaken. This is the map of Pithoragarh district, and the major works were taken in the Gangolihat, Bind, Munakot, and the Kanalichina blocks. Next, please. Next, please. Okay, this is a short summary. Jhaltola and the Uprada grams in the Gangolihat block, then Badave and the Badalu in the Munakot block, Thuleshwar in the Bind block, Dungri in the Kanalichina block. Next, please. This is the few glimpses of the Jhaltola Jheel. As we can see, the before, during, and the after project. And this is at a very high altitude. It is approximately at 2055 ASL. And the total benefited villages were 6, with a development of total water storage capacity of 80 lakhs liters. The total funding was of 38 lakhs, majority being Manrega, PM-KSY, and the mining fund. DM sir provided us untied from his mining fund, and which was used for creation of this storage. And sir, I would like to bring you notice that now it is a tourist destination, and Mr. Best in the panelist here has contributed a lot in development of this deal, and this has now at present it has resulted in rejuvenation of nearly 125 small water sources in the nearby locations. Sir, next, please. So this is the Uprada Jheel in the Gangolihat area only, and this is the Van Panchayat area. The Van Panchayat is looking after this thing, and the total dimension is 80 into 60 meter. The total water storage capacity of 100 lakh liters. Majority funding from the Manrega, and now it's a tourist destination. The people are coming here to visit this place, and in the next step, what we have undertaken is we are developing it as a fish pond. The Van Panchayat is looking after, and we have asked them after 3 to 4 months. Last month only we have provided fish to them, and they have after 3 to 4 months the Pangasius and the carp varieties, they are going to sell it in the open market, and then they are going to get some amount from that. Next, please. This is a Thuleshwar in the Bind block. A check dam was developed here, and it is an elevation of 1,800 ASL, and the total storage capacity is 8 lakh liters. And this was again funded mainly from the Manrega, and this was done. So I would like to again bring you notice that the entire village was almost enrolled in creation of this check dam, because they were very happy that such type of project is being taken in their block, in their village, and they were saying that they are going to start some water activities here also in this reservoir, sir. Next, please. So this is Badalu Jheel in the Munakot block, and it is what we have done is that there was a river here, a small river, and predominantly being rain fed, and we have created made check dams, and still it is in process. We are creating some more check dams in the upstream, and the main reservoir is approximately of 15 to 24 meters with a capacity of 80 lakh liters. And this is again now a big tourist destination because it is just by the side of the road, and people are coming here. And we have also planning for beautification of the surrounding areas with taking off some water sports activities. And we have also proposed under the growth center model under BADP as well as under the growth center project as well, sir. Next, please. This is Badavi Jheel in the Munakot again, sir. And the process is still going on. We have constructed the check dams, but still again, we are trying to make some more reservoirs in the upstream. At present, it is having a storage capacity of 35 lakh liters, and it is giving benefit to two villages. And again, it was mainly the contribution was from the Manrega. And we are also planning again the beautification of this surrounding area so that people can come here and spend their leisure times. Next, please. So this is one of the projects which I would like to bring your attention. This is Dungri village. This village was predominantly based on the vegetable cultivation, and it was with the help by the help of a farmer who thought to develop a fish pond there. And within a span of 2.5 years, at present there are 104 fish ponds. As you can see, sir, there is a small glimpse of we have taken from at a height, and we can see the conglomeration of these all ponds. And the total water storage capacity of 40.7 lakh liters has been created, and it has benefited 88 beneficiaries at present, and further more beneficiaries are coming on. And in this village, sir, because of this water storage the tanks we have built on, we are using, sir, the cold water fish, the warm water fish, as well as those fishes which are in the mid zone. So we are trying for pangasius again, carps. So this is now a big thing for us because we can showcase this thing. Dungri project is now a big project, and the persons who are involved here are now the master trainers, and they are visiting the other districts in the Uttarakhand state as well to bring up this project in the location, sir. Next, please. So this is a short summary. Total 13,141 assets which has been created, including rural pond, chal khal, farm ponds, check dam, trenches, roof water harvestings, traditional water bodies renovation, so water recharge pits, LDP tanks, and a total of 9 crores has been spent under Manrega. Other department contribution was 1.34 lakhs, and then the engaged labors were 11,920, and the man days generated is 3,000.
छल खाल क्या है? छल खाल?
The chal khal is just like, sir, in the forest areas, we make a small pond sort of thing, 1 by 3 meters, 1 by 4 meters. So what they do is that all the runoff water is first of all stored in that place, and automatically it gets soaked, leading to the recharges of the water tables. And so to conclude, sir, next please. To conclude, what has been done is that we have achieved, we can say, a part in increasing the groundwater level, providing sufficient water for the drinking agriculture activities. We are trying and attempting to involve the local people and the community-based organizations, especially the village organizations under the NRLM, for livelihood enhancements. Till now, 690 villages have been benefited, and more than 700 lakh liters water have been stored, and we are trying again to reverse the land degradation and halting the biodiversity loss, so that we can contribute to the SDG goals 6, 13 and the 15. Sir. Thank you, sir.
Very good, Saurabh. बहुत बढ़िया. राजेंद्र सिंह साहब भी है इसमें. तो this is a good cooperation because ये सब मिलके काम करने से ही होता है. ऐसा नहीं कि प्रशासन ही करेंगे या एनजीओ को छोड़ दे देंगे, ऐसा नहीं होता है. And you have done tremendously good work. And 2 or 3 things which I found very interesting was
Sure.
you had linked up with the livelihood. That's very
Sure.
important, because अगर हम वो livelihood से link up नहीं करते तो ये तो maintenance नहीं होता है कभी भी, because जितने भी tanks बना के रखा है उसका silting हो जाता है. And आपके जो यहाँ पे है, there is a every time because of the steep slopes, the flow of water will be very high, which will cause a landslide. Regularly होता है वहाँ पे. हमने भी remember that when we were going to Kailash, we had some landslides and all because of the steep slopes and loose soils. तो उसको type करने के लिए you should have small structures, ABN structures and all these things, and see that the maintenance के लिए you should have the people linked to that. आपने अच्छा किया tourism now that उत्तराखंड एरिया में तो काफी tourism भी बढ़ रहा है. तो this areas, I can give you an example. मैं बताता हूँ जहाँ पे जैसे मैंने I was talking to Pasumi. So there is a lake in Nizamabad where I worked. Long back we had it was a very dirty lake. We had developed it into a good lake. And in 2001, we had given it to some boating facility and all these things. So it's a roadside tha. So now at least it's about a 200-acre lake. So बहुत सारे families in last 20 years I've seen how they have developed, and that village have developed because of this lake. वहाँ पे एक shop हो गया था, then they had some restaurant खुला था, boating शुरू की थी. And काफी लोग उसमें से अपना जिंदगी आगे बढ़ा है because of this activities. Nearly 2,000-3,000 people come in that on a Saturday, Sunday in a small town, having 5,000-6,000 people coming on a holiday. It's a great thing. 2,000-3,000 people normally आते रहते हैं. So you don't compare with some park in Lucknow, but ये एक छोटा सा village जिले में it is a big event, and a lot of money comes for these small people. उसपे ज़्यादा skill भी जरूरत नहीं है. Very good. But and incidentally it is named after us. It's called as Ashok Sagar Lake anyway. So but then I am very proud of that, because वो तो पिछले 20 साल के बाद भी वो लोग अभी यादगार में वो रखा है. Apart from that, for that you have also used it for fisheries. Very nice, because पानी में तो मछली तो बनता ही है. So if you can use the fisheries, this is only added income. So this is a multi-level or lateral thinking. जो पानी वहां से पानी से पैसे निकलेंगे तो people also will be associated to maintain it properly. नहीं तो कचरा फेंकते हैं. So this is the right thing, right approach. Getting people, local people also involved. बाहर से किसी को लाना कि नहीं, local youth को employment देना वहां पे, local को involve करने के दो, they will maintain it. They will ensure that टूरिस्ट जो आके कचरा वचरा नहीं फेंकते, वो अगर फेंकेंगे तो भी उसको संभाल के they see that the local bodies also should not dump their garbage, because tendency ये रहता है कि गांव पंचायत वाले खुद वहां में डाल के जाते हैं कचरा. To ensure that administration की वजह से you should ensure that these things are not developed, these things do not happen. Second, this जैसे आपने किया, so it is good that see there's a lot of things that are happening in the world. We are trying to bring it under one banner. So Catch the Rain is a banner. Kindly try to use that also in future presentations. And so because Catch the Rain में what happens, we are only asking मनरेगा to fund. जैसे आपने भी मनरेगा से फंड से किया है, मनरेगा को यूज करने के लिए बोला है. ग्राम पंचायत के पास 14 फाइनेंस कमीशंस का फंड्स आया हुआ है, उसी को इन्वॉल्व करने के लिए बोला है. सो आवर बेसिक आइडिया इज दैट बारिश को संभाल के रखना, बिकॉज आपने भी दिखाया वहां कई जगह पे दैट देयर वाज अ शॉर्टेज ऑफ ड्रिंकिंग वाटर. ये ड्रिंकिंग वाटर का शॉर्टेज है, पर्टिकुलरली इन हिली एरियाज. बहुत पानी आता है बट देन इट रन्स ऑफ वेरी फास्ट. सो आपको उसको रुका के सिंक करा के वाटर हैज टू बी यूज्ड स्टोर्ड फॉर द समर. So that's what I was telling about the Tanker Mukt Bharat. We should have ensured that. I have seen many villages in hilltops where people are having so much of drinking water problem, but they have so much of water in the rainy season. So we should ensure that this water, at least a part of water, is stored there for the purpose. In Uttarakhand, you remember the landslides in 2015, 14, 13, 14 and all because of water flowing so fast. अगर उनको हम थोड़ा धीमा करके to trench cutting and all this soil conservation work. That's what they have done in Tikarabad now. Slowly, इसका speed कम कराएंगे तो water will also get slow down. It will sink and soak and sink down to the water, and your landslides also will come down. So this is only the added benefit is the reducing of urban flooding. Flooding भी कम हो सकता है. So this is one great thing you are doing. And very impressed with the work in Munakot. 80 lakh liters of paddy is being water is stored. These are huge volumes. These volumes, as I said, एक बूंद से ही इतना बड़ा पानी, इतना बड़ा water body बनता है. So we have to catch every drop of rain, see that it is stored there, all with people's participation. ये सरकारी काम नहीं करना है, इसको जन आंदोलन बनाना है, जल आंदोलन जन आंदोलन बनाना है, तभी ये सक्सेस हो जाएंगे. And last point, I have said that I don't know whether your DM के पास वो चिट्ठी पहुंची होंगी. We had sent a letter asking the collectors to open a rain center or a Jal Shakti Kendra. इसका ये मतलब है कि पानी अभी it is all in silos. Agriculture department थोड़ा पानी देखते हैं, fisheries department कोई कुछ पानी देखते हैं, ये पंचायत राज कुछ देखते हैं, रूरल डेवलपमेंट कुछ देखते हैं. पानी को विभाजन करके 10-15 डिपार्टमेंट में बांटा गया है. अर्बन सेक्टर देखते हैं, तो पानी को एक अम्ब्रेला के नीचे में देखने वाला कोई है ही नहीं. एक ही डिपार्टमेंट तो है ही नहीं. तो the only person in the district I could possibly think was of the DM. तो डिस्ट्रिक्ट कलेक्टर को हम इसलिए उसको लिखा है कि वहां पे आप एक जल शक्ति केंद्र शुरू करना है, जिसमें आपको कोई बड़ा रूम या कंप्यूटर की जरूरत नहीं. खाली मैं एक वाटर मोबाइल फोन का ही जिक्र किया है. जस्ट ए मोबाइल फोन नंबर, इसका पब्लिसिटी आप करा दीजिएगा. एंड दिस इज व्हाट वी हैव आस्क्ड दी नेहरू युवा केंद्र. आपके यहाँ पे नेहरू युवा केंद्र होगा ना, उसी से देख लीजिए. उनको भी बोला है कि आप इसका जन आंदोलन बनाने के लिए लोगों के पास जाके इसके बारे में बताना चाहिए. दिस नंबर विच आई एम टॉकिंग ऑफ एज अ जल शक्ति केंद्र नंबर will be written on the walls of the in wall writings में रखेंगे, बस स्टॉप के सामने रखेंगे, या कोई मंदिर के पास रखेंगे जहां पे पब्लिक इकट्ठा होता है. तो पब्लिक को पानी के बारे में, फंड्स के लिए नहीं, पानी के बारे में जानकारी के लिए इस नंबर में फोन करेंगे. क्योंकि मेनी पीपल नो टेल दैट रेन वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग स्ट्रक्चर बनाना है, वो कैसे बनाना है किसको पता नहीं है. तो हम उसको ट्रेनिंग देंगे. ये जो बंदा 3 या 4 बंदा, आई हैव नो रिस्ट्रिक्शन नंबर, अगर 4-5 बंदों को भी हम ट्रेनिंग के लिए भेजेंगे तो ऑनलाइन ट्रेनिंग हम करा देंगे. आप हमको लिख लीजिए, हम 1 हफ्ते में या 2 हफ्ते में वी कैन गिव ऑनलाइन ट्रेनिंग करा के, तो हाउ टू डू व्हाट स्ट्रक्चर्स इन दैट एरिया, एंड दे विल एक्चुअली बी द नॉलेज प्रोवाइडर फॉर ऑल द पीपल इन द डिस्ट्रिक्ट. वो एक है. दूसरा, दे ऑल्सो विल वर्क एज वाटर रक्षक, वाटर जल रक्षक, बिकॉज जहां पे पानी की समस्या आते हैं, वेदर इट इज इन एग्रीकल्चर, हाउ टू यूज स्प्रिंकलर इरिगेशन, हाउ टू यूज ड्रिप इरिगेशन, कहाँ पे ये कौन सा यूज करना है, कौन सा क्रॉप यूज करना है, जहां पे हॉर्टिकल्चर लगाना सकता है. इसके बारे पानी के बारे में इंडस्ट्रीज, आपको उत्तराखंड में बहुत इंडस्ट्रीज भी आ रहे हैं, इंडस्ट्रीज का रिसाइकलिंग कैसे कराना है, और वेस्ट वाटर को कैसे अपने नाला में मत फेंकना है, ये सब के बारे में भी they will actually help them. One major problem in Uttarakhand we are finding is that this sewage disposal अभी गंगा, नमामि गंगा की वजह से काफी कम हो गया. In fact, I was also PD ED projects in नमामि गंगा, आपने बहुत काम किया वहां पे. But our problem is 1 liter of polluted water can spoil thousands of liters of good water. तो ये आपके sewage water को पानी से मिलाने से रोक रहा है. That is something you only see that clean water only gets into the water bodies, and particularly industries का industry से जहरीला water भी mix करते हैं ये लोग, रात को mix करते हैं. See that is taken up very seriously, ताकि जो भी जितना भी पानी बह रहा है, let that be good water, let the fishes survive and breathe and live happily in that. तो राजेंद्र सिंह साहब बताएंगे इसके, बिकॉज ये सब जो NGOs है उसके लिए ये बड़े मुद्दा है कि पानी साफ होना चाहिए. तो आई एम हैप्पी दैट यू आर डूइंग इट. काइंडली डू दिस प्रोग्राम्स. अगले से आप कैच द रेन का बैनर भी लगा के कर दीजिएगा, उसके भी थोड़ा महत्व दिखाए, क्योंकि वी कैन टेल दैट दिस प्रोग्राम इज कैचिंग ऑल ओवर द कंट्री. तो दिस विल बी, हर स्टेट में एक प्रोग्राम तो है, बट देन वी कैन कम अंडर वन अम्ब्रेला. And PM also wants to have that to be taken as a part of the Jal Andolan. So this will be helpful in bringing up a national wide movement. तो आप आपके लोगों से भी बोल दीजिएगा, आपके स्कूल्स के बच्चों के बोल दीजिएगा, कॉलेज के बच्चों के बोल दीजिएगा कि वो अब सब ट्विटर हैंडल करते हैं। कैच द रेन में ट्विटर में हैंडल करने के लिए कुछ मैसेज देंगे। प्लीज विजिट आवर वेबसाइट nwm.gov.in। उसमें कैच द रेन का एक सेक्शन है, उसमें वी हैव पुट वेरियस फोल्डर्स, डिफरेंट आईसी एक्टिविटी। नुक्कड़ नाटक के लिए कई कई स्केलेटन्स दिया हुआ है। वी हैव आल्सो केप्ट सोशल मीडिया में कैंपेन्स के लिए पोस्टर्स लगा हुआ है, वॉल राइटिंग्स के लिए सेपरेशन लिखा है, मैसेजेस के लिए, देन सॉन्ग्स है। तो जितने भी वेरियस आईसी एक्टिविटीज के बारे में वी हैव शोड देम। So all this is available there. Access our website and see that what you can use it. You please use it. You also take up with the Nehru Yuva Kendra people. उनको भी इस मदद दीजिएगा. They will also join with you and use your other institutions which can be available. Ensure that before the rain comes this year, we are ready with the vessels. हम अगर हम वेसल्स तैयार करके रखेंगे तो पानी आएगा तो हम उसमें इकट्ठा कर सकते हैं। नॉर्मली क्या करते हैं, बारिश आते वक्त हम दौड़ते हैं बर्तन ढूंढने के लिए, तभी तो खुद होगा ना। बाय द टाइम ही कहते हैं वेसल्स द रेन इज ओवर। इसलिए हमने ये नवंबर से दिसंबर से हमने शुरू किया कि ये मुहिम इसीलिए चला रहे कि हम रेन जब आते हैं हम तैयार रहेंगे पानी को पकड़ के रखा, संभाल के रखने के लिए। So please, that should be the message. Please go ahead, and I'm sure that you will all do wonderful job. We should have a tanker Mukt Bharat in 1 or 2 years. Thank you. Very good, Saurabh. अच्छा काम करते रहिए and information हमको भी भेजते रहिए, ठीक है? Now we can have राजेंद्र सिंह, because आपने भी इसके सहयोग दिया है, बहुत बढ़िया। आप सबकी कोशिश से ही I think we will be able to get the rain water. बताइए राजेंद्र सिंह जी।
जी सर, अभी गहरवाल साहब ने बताया पिथौरागढ़ में जिला प्रशासन ने काफ़ी एक्टिवली काम किया है और मनरेगा में वाटर कंजर्वेशन को काफ़ी फोकस किया है पिछले 4-5 सालों में। और पिछले साल तो हमारे जिले को मनरेगा में अवार्ड भी मिला था। तो ये जो काम होना है, जैसा आपने स्पष्ट कर दिया है कि इस पे हमें स्कूल के बच्चों को भी लेना है। एसएचजीज का काफ़ी इसमें मेन रोल है, नेहरू युवा केंद्र का भी काफ़ी अच्छा रोल है, और हमारे स्टेट में सर एक युवक मंगल दल, महिला मंगल दलों का भी काफ़ी एक्टिव रोल रहा है पहले से ही, और वो काफ़ी फंक्शनल भी हैं। उनका भी हम इस पर रोल ले सकते हैं। और हम तो ये कहना चाहेंगे सर कि सभी लेवल पर जो एनजीओज हैं या पंचायत हैं या जो और भी हमारी संस्था हैं, ये सब काम तो कर लेते हैं अवेयरनेस, लेकिन इसमें जब प्रशासन का बरद हस्त जब मिलता है तो तब इसमें एक किस्म से वो तब हमारे उस पर फल लगने शुरू होते हैं। तो ये जो पिछले 3-4 साल में देख रहे हैं हमने, जलतोला में हमने 7,000 फीट की ऊंचाई पर सर एक बड़ी जो 1 करोड़ लीटर की लेक है उसको बनवाया है, और उससे 125 वाटर सोर्स रिचार्ज हो रहे हैं। और अभी वहाँ पर एक जो सबसे उस लेक के नीचे सर वहाँ के ग्राम प्रधान का घर है और उनका पानी नहीं था, तो वो पहले उनका केवल बरसात में एक सोर्स निकलता था। तो इस साल उसमें अभी भी पानी है और उन्होंने उससे एक वाटर सप्लाई स्कीम भी बना ली इसी बीच में। तो इसी तरह से जो हमारी उपराड़ा वाली लेक थी, इस लेक के नीचे एक बसई करके एक गांव था, उस पर भी सर पानी नहीं रहता था। लेकिन पिछले 3 साल के जो रिजल्ट बता रहे हैं वो उस पर कम रहा है, लेकिन साल भर पानी रहा है, गर्मियों के महीने में भी पानी रहा है। और हम लोगों ने इससे पहले भी सर एक स्पेशल कंपोनेंट प्लान में एक 4 लाख लीटर का टैंक एक नाग गांव है 6,500 फीट की ऊंचाई पे, तो उसमें भी हम लोगों ने सर उस काम को किया था। एक मैं फोटोग्राफ दिखाना चाह रहा हूँ सर, नहीं दिखा, ये तो मैंने कर दिया, आगे बढ़ गया मैं। ये मैं कर रहा था, उसी को खोल दीजिए और हटा दीजिए। किसको? शेयर स्क्रीन को ना? इनको बंद कर दीजिए, ये नहीं होगा। हेलो, नहीं दिख रहा है, नहीं दिख रहा है, नहीं हो रहा है अभी, नहीं नहीं हो पाएगा, ये छोड़ते हैं।
फोटो हमें भेज दीजिएगा, हम दिखा देंगे सर को। राजेश जी, आप सुन पा रहे हैं हमें? I think Rajendra ji's, there's some network issue with Rajendra ji's connection, I guess.
सौरभ, वहां पे फेस्टिवल के बारे में मैंने सुना है कहीं पे, आई थिंक हरदोई सीडीओ somebody, some of the DMs और सीडीओ जो आए थे इसमें कार्यक्रम में, they were telling that वाटर का फेस्टिवल होता है कहीं ऊपर, उसी को भी
फॉरेस्टेशन का फेस्टिवल है सर, हरेला बोलते हैं सर इसको हम यहाँ।
हरेला, करेक्ट, हरेला फेस्टिवल का भी यूज करके, see we should use different methods of involving people, सबको इन्वॉल्व करके करना पड़ेगा, ठीक है? तो हरेला फेस्टिवल आई थिंक काफी लोग आके जब जुट जाते हैं उसमें।
इट्स अ वेरी बिग फेस्टिवल सर, ऑलमोस्ट एवरी हाउसहोल्ड उसमें प्लांटेशन करता है सर, और उसमें अगर हमारा कोई रिजर्वायर है तो उसके आसपास सफाई करना, उसके आसपास पौधे लगाना, ये सब चीजें हम करते हैं सर हरेला में सर। ऑलमोस्ट
बताइए
सर, ऑलमोस्ट इन लैक्स, हर डिस्ट्रिक्ट से ऑलमोस्ट इन लैक्स प्लांट्स लगाए जाते हैं सर।
ये प्लांट्स तो, बट प्रॉब्लम इज दैट यू शुड आल्सो सर्वाइव। हम तो हमेशा लगाते रहते हैं, फिर वही पीस में लगाते रहते हैं। वी शुड एंश्योर दैट दिस प्लांट सर्वाइव, वो न गाय बकरी न खा जाए उसको, एंड आल्सो सी दैट इट इज डन, ठीक है? वो करना है।
I think Ashok sir, Saurabh, I think there's some connection issue with Rajendra ji.
Okay, fine, no problem. Fine.
I think can we end here if you permit?
Fine, no problem. Very good. तो सौरभ, आप जरा आपका काम भी भेज दीजिएगा, have a look at the website and please put banners of Catch the Rain also somewhere and send photographs, so it will be helpful for us also to tell that, you know, this is, we have been everybody in the entire country is on a which आपके लोगों को भी बता देना कि ट्वीट करने के लिए, so that will be useful, ठीक है? Very nice of you. Where are we? ठीक है, Saurabh, we can close it down. I'm sorry, Soumi.
Okay. So that was the 18th edition of weekly webinar on Kazarin campaign presented by National Water Mission, Minister of Jal Shakti, in support with Namami Gange, organized by APEC News Network. And today, like all the earlier editions, we had various perspectives from two districts of India, one at down south, one at top of the country, the Uttarakhand and Telangana. Also, we had a participation from the NGO working relentlessly in the water sector. Thank you so much, Dr. Saurabh Kawarwar, Chief Development Officer, Pithoragarh, Uttarakhand, Pausami Basu, District Minister, Vikarabad, Telangana, for joining us today. And thank you so much, G. Ashok Kumar, Additional Secretary, Mission Director, National Water Mission, Minister of Jal Shakti, Government of India. Not only inspiring all of us to carry on with this awareness campaign on Kazarin campaign, but also every week setting the context of the webinar and also interacting with young officers so that we can build up that comprehensive ecosystem for rainwater harvesting, for sustainable water management for future. On this note, we end this edition here. See you next Saturday at 3:30. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Saurabh. Thank you, Soumi.
Thank you.